All right, guys, here we are. The map is ESV Ohana, and down at the bottom right part of it is the next challenger to the King of Marines. From the team FXO, it is FXO.GuMiho, the Towel Terran.
That's right.
The terrifying, terrific Towel Terran. We go on and on with that. Alliteration, lol. And up at the top left part of the map, in the red, from the team Prime, it is none other than Marine King. This guy is, like, insane, man. I don't know. I don't like to get on player bandwagons very often, as you know. But Marine King I have liked for a very long time. He was very fun to watch early on in his career in the GSL, but what really impressed me by him always was the fact that he realized at an early point in his career that he needed to go back and kind of rework how he played. He knew that his really aggressive Marine style, where all he did was Marines, you know, the kind of what he was famous for, was good right then, but it wasn't a long-term career type of way to play.
Right.
So there was a period of months where last year he went back to the GSL and he lost a lot. I mean, he lost a lot. Down in Code A a couple times, but I always described it as kind of reworking his golf swing, right? He's just kind of going back, taking those losses while he becomes a better player overall, and man, it has certainly paid off. But GuMiho, check it out, man. He is doing a bit of proxying, and with the gas, I think we're going to see some proxy Marauders. Yeah,
I don't think that's in a spot that's going to be scouted easily by MKP. So that's actually a pretty nifty spot. I mean, it's not hugging the edges like you'll sometimes see to try and conceal things. It's not close enough to the zone like a tower, which MKP normally doesn't care. He'll just build proxies wherever, in vision, out of vision, whatever. But GuMiho does have a tech lab coming up very fast, so proxy Marauders very, very possible. Wasn't too long ago. I mean, I guess it was like March, April area where proxy Marauders were just happening all the time in TVT. Obviously still very powerful. Concussive shells getting researched now, and MKP is actually getting a factory already, so he's not going to be super duper well defended by the time this first Marauder shows up. Not
really. I mean, he's not going to have a bunker or anything like that. He's going to go out and poke around with this Marine a little bit. And you notice, too, Marine King didn't scout. He actually didn't send out an SCV to do any scouting like he normally would. Second gas going down suggests cloaked Banshees. But we'll see. Oh, and I love this by GuMiho, waiting until second Marauder. That's one of the things that actually bothers me a lot with the Marauder rushes that we see from time to time, is that players still have a tendency to just send in that first Marauder and be like, well, I hope I do damage. It's really tough. I mean, you're really only going to be very effective. I feel like your chance to be the most effective with this is when you wait for your second Marauder. And here he comes, Marine King.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is he going to send the SCV first to soak that first couple of shots from the Marine? And so the SCV bites the dust very quickly, but now it's two Marauders against two Marines. SCV is getting pulled off the line immediately. MKP does not want to lose those Marines. He'd much rather have an SCV or two fall than his only defenders. So concussive shells already paying off. You see that? He's trying to mineral walk them down and get us around.
Oh, looks like he may get us around.
Yes, he does on one, but now a third Marauder has shown up. First Marauder going to go down. Marines are going to go down, and now it's pretty much a Hellion and SCVs versus that last surviving Marauder. So a couple of SCVs did die there. Two Marauders killed for Marine King, or GuMiho's Marauders getting killed. Bunker nearly complete. That's going to be sort of a death note for GuMiho's.
Yeah, that's going to be about it. That's the trouble with doing this sort of thing on Ohana. You do have two ramps to go up.
Yep.
Not to mention that it's really difficult to proxy things like right in this area because it's easily scouted. So you're kind of left with this location, and just the fact that we just saw, it's not terribly hard to just walk out the SCVs surrounded. When it's all said and done, Marine King lost two SCVs. That's about it. GuMiho lost one, just from the attack. And in terms of units lost, GuMiho definitely losing a little bit more there as well, because those Marauders are just a little bit more expensive.
And that investment of the tech lab and the time that it took, I mean, he doesn't have a barracks back at home as quickly, so I would say overall loss for GuMiho, just really, really good control from MKP getting that handled.
Definitely. And I mean, now GuMiho's going to have to deal with Cloaked Banshees, which may be a little bit difficult. He is going to have the potential to get out a Viking. I hope he makes one right away. Yeah, there is the Viking on the way for GuMiho right now. Going to make some Hellions as well. Looks like he's going to float that barracks back home. Tech Lab will just kind of sit there abandoned for a while. And the first Banshee coming across the map right now for Marine King. Cloak is going to be pretty close to done by the time he gets in there, but he will need to be a little bit careful because the Viking of GuMiho is going to be out early enough to do some damage.
Good timing by GuMiho.
That Viking knows how to build itself.
Yeah,
man.
He's just going crazy in that starport. It flew right over his head. So perfect timing there. No cloak yet for MKP. He may even want to cancel. this is just not going to make any headway right now. He might not cancel just because he'll be able to use it later on, potentially, but I don't know. It's kind of iffy now. He's building a third Banshee too, so it looks like he definitely doesn't want to give up on this strategy, even though GuMiho was well prepared for the initial attack. I'm curious.
Oh, look at this. He actually moved the barracks back. He's making more Marines here. He's actually going to go for another little push. Marauders and Hellions and a couple Marines is pretty powerful, and he does have this Viking as well. Needs to scan to take out that Banshee, otherwise he will be taking some serious damage to his Marauders. Yeah, one already getting a little bit low. Oh!
So do you prefer losing a Marauder here or losing workers back at home? Because you got to save that energy.
That's a good question. I mean, and that's kind of the thing I think that GuMiho is sort of mulling over as well. I mean, he did send that push out, but, you know, a lot of it could have been to distract that Banshee too.
He doesn't have an engineering bay up, as far as I'm aware, and I don't see. I mean, there's no chance he's going to get turrets up anytime soon. So he's going to need those Vikings, going to need that orbital energy for certain once he reaches the mineral line here at home. Oh, there's one already in his base.
Yep, doing some more damage. No second command center yet either.
Totally wrong. He just wasn't building any more turrets.
What the? Okay, I know this is going on. And I don't know, actually, does he have energy? He does not soon, but look at this, a second starport coming out right now for GuMiho. I wonder what this is going to be. We may not find out because MarineKing is doing so much damage right now, even with these Banshees taken out. What were the resources lost at the end? Not too many workers lost.
Just fighting units. I saw a Hellion and a couple Marauders getting taken out throughout the course of that attack.
All right,
barracks landed. All right. No anti-air there, so... That's kind of
I think what he wanted to do is prevent MarineKing from starting some kind of wall-off, possibly.
Could be.
Sometimes people do decide to do that to get a little bit safer against Hellions, but that barracks' days are numbered.
Oh, Cloak coming up now for GuMiho. He's going to fight tit for tat and build another command center of his own there at the Natural so that he can catch up economically.
Look at this. It's actually going to be 2-port Banshee from GuMiho. Interesting. If he hides these, waits until he has like 4 of them, he could really, really do a lot of damage to MarineKing. But the question is, will he be able to do that? Oh, MarineKing not cloaking too early.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yep.
All right, so GuMiho... I would still say really behind like this new strategy of his, just cranking out some Banshees now. I'm really curious if it's going to work out because MarineKing does have 2 orbitals. I haven't seen an engineering bay actually from MKP yet either. Can we just glance around his base?
I don't believe so. GuMiho does have an engineering bay.
GuMiho did have a turret in his mineral line. I was totally wrong about that, but MKP doesn't have a bay yet, so... could actually be very devastating. We'll have to see how it works out. Oh, the Hellion's hiding off to the side. Good move there. He's got to see that ripple by now. Yeah, definitely with the missiles coming down now, but no scan energy again.
Yep, MarineKing doing a lot of damage with that Banshee. Another Banshee already up to 2 kills on the Hellions. Oh, but it flies within range of the missile turret. Barely not getting taken up by the Vikings.
Man, that's 2 Banshees already done for GuMiho. Something's happening in the main. One of them is actually going crazy already. 5 kills. He's actually just repairing up his own. That's a lot of minerals being lost right there.
Well, I mean, the thing is if you do repair like that with your SCVs when they're being attacked by Banshees, they will usually take 3 hits to kill instead. So you can save a lot of SCVs that way, but it's not good. It's not a good situation either way.
Repair minerals, it's tough, yeah.
Yeah, well, you can, I mean, you want to, that's the trade-off. You know, you choose to save your workers a little bit longer and then miss mining time, so it's rough.
Another Banshee going crazy, and a third one approaching the main now for GuMiho, so he is just going crazy with these Banshees. He needs to get a cloak on that before he takes too much damage from those Marines.
Oh, and he does cloak. 2-port Banshee really doing a lot here. Look at this one's still alive. 9 kills on this Banshee, and this one in the main up to, looks like 3 already.
Siege tank's not helping too much.
Oh, I like this. He's going after the tech lab with Stim. Oh, there's the scan, so this Banshee will get taken out. But the one in the Natural still doing damage up to 10 kills now.
And he can't have that much energy left. He's been dropping scans left and right. So this actually, if GuMiho has anything else to attack with right now, 3 Banshees total. I feel like this is his window, and while the energy builds back up on those OCs.
He's still making 2 more Banshees too. He is not done with this yet. He's making gas and more barracks back at home, but MarineKing, he just doesn't have enough. Oh man, and the tech lab with Stim. Will it get repaired in time? MarineKing not pulling SCVs in time. It's so low. Oh, that is really bad for MarineKing.
Yep, very few scans left. Actually, no scan at the moment. SCV's getting taken out. Repair Force getting taken out. Marines getting taken out. All these Hellions gearing up. He's just going for the total worker kill like you used to see in TVZ, where, you know, drones were just helpless all the time.
Scan.
So Hellions would be followed up with Banshees.
Oh no, he didn't even get a single Banshee. Doesn't even have enough Marines there. GuMiho still even on supply with Marine King.
He's reclaiming this game as we go
kidding.
along
And look
here.
at this, more Hellions down on the low ground. Now back at GuMiho's base, he's up to 4 gas. He's actually going to be building another starport, a 3rd starport, and I'm just a 4th starport.
Transition
GuMiho,
to battle cruisers.
he's going air Terran, man. I mean, you usually don't see battle cruisers before 3 bases, even at the earliest. But he is going Blue Flame Hellion. Oh, he's going Blue Flame Hellion and air.
Yeah,
so this is. Do you remember like a year or two ago, like a year and a half ago, where there was that Iacoic build that people were talking about?
I was trying to remember his name. I was going to say J Echo, but I knew it had Echo in the name.
J Echo is a Zerg player.
Iacoic. Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't say it. But
he's
Iacoic,
not making Terran builds.
Iacoic did it on Scrap Station, though. That's how long ago this was. And like I said, that was the TVZ style where he would just totally murder workers and then adapted it for Terran.
This is a distraction because Stim is actually being researched over here.
So
but the
clever.
Marauders still need to do some damage. That Banshee is going to probably die. Yep,
and
it does.
He killed the Deck Lab.
That's right.
So these tanks are going to get some use now, though, with these Blue Flame Hellions. They're just going to get splashed down so fast.
And this is a serious push to worry about. And the thing is that with Blue Flame, what he's going to want to do is wait until that finishes, move in as best he can to try to kill those Marines, and then the Banshees, right, are going to clean things up. No problem. Marine King looks like he wants to roll right up the ramp, and there we go. The Hellions having to come in early, just want to take out as many Marines as possible. 1 Viking there as well, but the Viking count higher for GuMiho. That's a lot of tanks, but how long will they be able to survive, and how much damage will they do? Marine King just going for broke here.
He's trying to kill some SCVs while he has the chance, but obviously all he has to do is run away and let the Banshees go crazy. He doesn't even need them cloaked at the moment. There's actually 0 anti-air here. Gathering up on the tanks, not a terrible idea. They're not doing any splash at the moment, so GuMiho defends that rather well. He's still got... rather big Air Force going on too. Yeah, another Banshee just chilling over the starport there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, only one with reactors and the others with Tech Lab. So yeah, making a ton of Banshees at once here. Marine King trying to take a 3rd base. He does have the supply lead, but GuMiho's got a very interesting unit composition. He's definitely throwing Marine King a little bit out of his element, rather.
Eliant,
his elephant. He's being thrown away from his elephant.
Oh, no, not his elephant. Oh, but that's a lot of Marines there. They'll be able to take out something.
Yeah, it is.
Look at this, 5-6 cloaked Banshees going to town on these Marines. They're going to kill all them off, and the Blue Flame Hellion, of course, coming in now. So at least the Marauders have something to target. The tanks have something to target, but these Marines getting killed so fast by the 6 Banshees means it's going to be really hard for Marine King to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, the Vikings, he needs to keep those alive, too. The Banshee's doing a ton of damage, and there's the scan. Does he have enough Marines? No, I don't think he does. GuMiho, wow, even this Banshee at such low health, staying alive for now. The scan, lasting just long enough for Marine King to take that out, and GuMiho has to make a bit of a run for it looks like here. Down to just 2 Banshees. Marine King starting to pull ahead in supply.
I was going to say, he's been ahead for a lot of the game.
He
just
has
hasn't had the right unit composition just yet.
It's been a game of survival for Marine King, and it's been very stressful in general. But
it's going to be weird because
doing it.
Basically Marine King needs to...
Oh, look at that, though. Look at that. The worker count so much higher. Yeah. GuMiho, he just wanted to end the game on 2 bases, and because he wasn't able to do that, suddenly Marine King in a prime position to take this game. No pun intended.
LOL. I think you did.
Prime position.
Anyway, that was totally intended.
I never intend it, but then it just happens. That Marauder's really eager to die.
Yes, he really wants
to.
His life is not for ire, but
he left himself hanging.
Oh, nice tank placement, actually. I'm sure Marine King was thinking, oh, there's no Banshees and Vikings. Go, go, go. Yep. Oh, wait. He has the same units I do.
And
so,
here we go. Marine King moving into that 3rd base location, seeing that there's nothing there.
Oh, my.
And that's actually got to make him feel great. Yeah,
quite
exactly. He's going to be happy about that. He's going to be like, all right, sweet. Well, I guess I don't even really need to push that hard. I'm just going to investigate around, just make sure there's no hidden bases, and then just kind of pull back, make sure I've got a little bit of map control. Yeah, and you can see it right there. He's like, all right, are you really only on 2 bases, GuMiho? Are you really going to make it this easy for me?
GuMiho says, yes, Marine King. I'm totally mined out at my main. Just attack me and try to win. But
and he is nearly mined out. Yeah, it is getting very, very low, that patch.
There's an armory coming up for MKP kind of really late in this game, but obviously he's had other things on his mind.
Well, against what GuMiho's doing, adding on Thors would be great. I mean, there are upgrades to think about as well. He is on 1-1, but Thors against this composition would be pretty good.
What
the GuMiho?
What is he going to do? I mean... So the unit composition still favoring GuMiho at this point. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's a lot of Marines, though.
Marines. No blue flame aliens left. Oh, here comes a new wave to help out.
Yep.
And are they in range of a siege tank blast somewhere? I thought I was seeing some, but it might have been
I don't think
MKPs.
so. GG
Yeah,
from
there's
GuMiho.
GG
That
from
is it.
GuMiho. Wow.
Marine King. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Marine
Hooray.
King taking another game, going up 3-0. Wow.